Hey everyone, we are back with another What Sold video. This is part 2. This is I think Wednesday through Sunday or something like that for the sale. I don't know what it is, but you'll see it. A pretty good week for us. This one again happened in December. We're almost out of December, I think, for the sales. Yeah, you tell them, buddy. The little guys out here right now, we're working on some of that pile of paper right there we got to file through and get some other stuff listed. So hope you guys enjoy the content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you have any questions. Take care. Hey everyone, we are back with a What Sold video for Wednesday. Pretty good day, a lot of good stuff moving out of here, so I cannot complain. My son is in my arm, so I'm doing this with one hand, and if you hear him breathing or making noise, just bear with me. He wanted to be here for the video. So, starting off, that's a MacBook Air box only. It was actually a free, it was thrown in with a bulk buy I had. Ended up selling for 15 shipped. It's like just light enough, I think, to go first class, so that's good. We won't make a ton, but I just sell them because they're free, they're easy to list, and eventually someone ends up buying them. On top of that, you can see this like walking stick here, cane. There it is. It says on the back, made in Kenya, so we'll see if I can show you that. Right there. This was from one of my sources. I bought a bunch of stuff. It was $5. Listed, and it sold in one day for 53 on a best offer. I had it listed at like 60. That seemed to be what the comps were, but for whatever reason, mine sold right away. It didn't sell that often. Maybe mine was a little bit better design or more ornate or something like that, but I'm happy with that. 2 of the Rat Extermination baits there. Those sold for 95 shipped each, 2 different buyers. I'm down to like, I think 4 left, maybe 3, something like that. So almost out of that stuff. It's been a great deal. Here's a Bionicle Lego 8992 Sendox V1. This is brand new sealed, but it's got some marks and stuff on the edges. This sold for 45 shipped. It came out of the $1,600 Lego and video game and toy buy, so that was awesome. Some video games. Those are all 007 PS2 games. I won't show them because maybe I will. We'll try. Bear with me. There they are. They're 20 shipped on those. Those were just from a video game buy. I had just lotted all those together, but it took forever to sell. Here's a Kingdom Hearts for DS that sold for like 15 shipped, something like that. This is a Royal brand, kind of like almost like a butcher type knife. It's older, you can kind of see with the old rivets there and everything. That sold for 20 shipped full price. Just came in a big knife buy I had. Here's 2 PSPs listed for parts as is. One is missing the little joystick there. They're both missing batteries. And one is missing, I think, a battery cover. Those sold for 40 shipped, which was a good deal. I was happy to get 20 a piece for broken PSPs. This is a little like Loki. I don't know if it's like a blend. It's like 2 different Marvel figures. They like blend them together, I think. Little keychain that came out of the $1,600 buy as well. Sold for 10 shipped. 2 Starbucks mugs from the Starbucks purchase. Those were 5 each. This one has a little 12-ounce swell Starbucks with like a wood grain kind of look on it. Sorry, I put my son down. Here's a Stanley like thermos one. It's upside down, but you can see there with like the stainless top. This one sold for 45 shipped. This one sold for 30 shipped. This one should go first class. I think this one will be cutting it close. We'll see. Here's an Onkyo RCAV7M or something like that, a remote. This was like $1 at a garage sale. Just threw it in with a bunch of other remotes. I sold it as is for parts because it seemed to have some issues, and it sold for 20 on a best offer, which was a great deal for that. And then lastly, these are Alpha Color dry temper like paints or whatever. I sold them as is because obviously they're old and I'm not sure if they're good anymore, but someone offered $60 for them. It seemed to be pretty hard to find these, at least now, and I took the best offer of 60. So this is one where I paid, I think, $5 or $10 for it. So if it does sell or goes through with no issue, it's a great buy. I'm a little skeptical though in case they have some kind of issue with the paints, even though I listed that in the description, but we'll see. So I'm happy with it. $60 on a best offer. It took 3 months to sell or so it did take a while, but I doubt there's many people looking for something like this. So I'll show you guys if anything else sells, and if not, we'll jump into what sold on Thursday. Hey everyone, we are back with the What Sold video for Thursday. So there are 7 sales here. Slower volume day, but some money here, definitely can't complain. There's still some time left, I think 3 hours or so hopefully we'll have a couple more things to show you guys. Starting off, this has been a staple in a lot of my videos, these Nintendo game packs. This full set sold for 70 shipped, which is what I had them listed for. Most people have been buying them for about $50. I've accepted offers anywhere from there, $50, $60, but someone paid full price. I have a partial one left, and I may have found an extra box somewhere I didn't know that I had one. So we have at least one partial box left, but That was a great deal. I paid $150 for right around I thought I only had 14, but I think it's 15 boxes of these. And like I said, they've been selling for 50 shipped minimum, except for one sold for 48, but we've also sold some for 70. So awesome deal there. This is another yearbook from that big yearbook lot that I bought. This one is a Kansas State University yearbook, 2016, sold for $25.50 on a best offer. Had it listed at $35. Any yearbooks that I get 25 or above, chances are I'm going to jump on it. If it's at 20, it just depends on how old it is or what I think the value is. But usually if it's 25, I'm good. 25.50 seem fair. Happy to get this out of here. This is a Spode Woodland 5-piece place setting set. I'm not going to take it out because it's packed in there nicely and I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to break anything. But I bought like 5 of these and they were priced at I think $50 each or something like that. And I ended up getting them for like 15 a piece or 20 a piece. I don't remember. It may have been 20 a piece. Yeah, for $100. I think that's what it was, which was a great deal. She was saving these for her son. Her son then, I guess, told her, I don't want them. I'm not going to use them when I grow up. So she decided to sell them. This sold for 90 shipped. It's taken a while. Again, I have a quantity of them. So every time it sells, it will be great. But it's taken a while just to get this one. And I took a best offer of 90. It was listed at 100 and something. And the smaller sales, old Wii controller with the nunchuck. This one's been up for a long time. I think the beginning of the year, because right after Christmas I was getting pretty good money for Wii controllers. This one sold for 16 shipped, which is a great deal for one of those with the nunchuck. Most of the ones people are selling now are like 12 or 13, so got a couple extra bucks. 2 PS3 games, Kingdom Hearts. One is missing the manual, I don't know which one. These are the greatest hits editions, but they sold for 20 shipped. They'll just go in a bubble mirror like that and be on their way. 2 last things. This sale is sold for 15 shipped. It's like one of those leather Polaroid SX70 like case type things. This one sold for 15 shipped by itself. You can see it's kind of falling apart. It has a lot of wear. So 15 shipped there. And the smallest sale, this Imperial Glory PC game, brand new sealed. This actually came out of the $1,600 buy. It was with the video game stuff. Anytime I find older PC games that are sealed or the big box ones, it's always worth looking up, or if you can get them for really cheap. Eventually, it seems like they'll sell. Even if it's $10, it'll still go first class, and we'll make a few bucks off that. So 10 shipped. I'll show you guys what else sells. If not, we'll jump into the weekend. Hey everyone, we're back with the final sale from Thursday. We sold 4 My Bible Friends books. These ones do really well. I think there's way more than 4 in this set. At least 5, but there might be more than that actually. I have books, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bought these at Savers. They were like $2 each. Plus I got 20% off. Ended up selling these for within about a week for 47 shipped. I've always done well on these. These ones are one of my favorite sets to find. So remember the My Bible Friends. They're a good sell. Hey everyone, we're back with a what sold video. This is for the weekend, so 3 days of sales. There's like 37 or 38 sales. We got some time left too, so who knows what could happen. Busy weekend, a big church party this weekend, so I've been super busy, but trying to get all this packed up, so we'll jump right in, not to waste too much of your time. I am plugged in. My phone's plugged in though, just so you know, so the maneuvering might be a little different, and we are packing at a different location today, so it'll be a little different than what you're used to seeing. So starting off, this is a Stone Brewing like work shirt. You can kind of see the arrogant guy on the back there. There you go, Stone Brewing Co. You'll see on the screen, this is an extra large Dickies one. I bought a bunch of these from one of my sources. A bunch of like 6 or 7 of the work shorts plus a bunch of t-shirts, all from Stone Brewing. Paid $60 for all of them. That one took a best offer at $35. Even if I could get 30 on each of the work shirts, that's still $210, and then all the t-shirts should sell well. So pretty cool. Another clothing item. This is a Corona jersey. It's actually super cool, but it's stained up. It was 50 cents at a garage, so I picked it up just thinking maybe I could get the stains out. They looked kind of fresh, but after some work, I only got a few of them out. There's still a bunch on there. Ended up selling for 18 shipped full price. I still listed it because I knew there'd be someone who doesn't care, who's going to go to a party, just wants to wear that jersey, and they're probably going to get stained anyway. So no worries there. A couple of the rat extermination bait kits. There's 3 of them here. These sold for like $285 or something shipped. They sell for $95 each, whatever the total is, times 3. I still have, I think, 2 left, so of the full boxes. So I had 24 to start, plus a bunch of single packs. We spent $900 that day. These sell for $95 each. We're down to Like I said, 2 left, so you can do the math. That was still a pretty good deal. And we also bought a bunch of chess pieces from Franklin Mint and some other stuff. So awesome there. A couple of cassettes from the cassette lot. Brother Lynch hung, sold for like 14 shipped. And Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die. Awesome cassette there. That sold for 35 shipped on the best offer. My last 2 TaylorMade head covers sold for 26 shipped. I think they're what, they're $12.99 each or something like that, $13.99 each, whatever it is. But you'll see on the screen, I bought a bunch of these for $5 with a bunch of golf spikes. I think I ended up selling about 20 of these or so. So it was an awesome deal, and I got, again, 20-something for those. The person bought both. A couple of books here. This is a Mazda Miata 1999 service highlights. I want to say it sold for like 50 shipped. This came out of the big manual lot. Recently, I bought a bunch of books from one of the same source I bought the cassettes from, as well as the Stone Brewing stuff. It was $50 for like 4 boxes full of books and some VHS and some cassettes and some CDs. What ended up not being that great, I thought, usually I buy from him in bulk like that and I'll pull a bunch of gems out. He said it was really good, but in the end, it wasn't as great as I thought. But this book was in there. This sold for 18 shipped. I think we sold a $55 veterinary manual and a couple other books and a VHS set from that. So we'll still make probably $100 in profit when it's all done, but it'll be a long $100, and a lot of it ended up getting donated. The most recent book buy I bought from him was awesome. We're going to like 10, 15 times our money for what we spent. So here's an Auto Fundamentals book. This came from the manual lot as well. Brand new sealed, an older edition, but it still sold for 17 shipped. Here is a stocking. He's all wrapped up. It's a Smithy vintage stocking. It's like a bear. This is the longer one. I forgot how many inches in, but you'll see on the screen there's some that are a little bit shorter, and there's some that have a longer stocking. The longer ones do better. That sold for like 48 shipped. That came from Storage Unit Guy. Just threw it in a big pile. A Coleco Donkey Kong Nintendo. Did I say? Yeah, Coleco. Yeah, 1981. This thing works, but it's kind of intermittent. Sometimes the screen will go out on it while you're playing. Took a best off for 55 shipped. I'm sure this is just going on someone's, wall or their shelf in a collection. It's pretty cool. I think I paid like $4 for it at a Goodwill or something years ago, and I finally got around to listing it, so 55 shipped. Here's a Budweiser King of Beers. It's actually a pool stick. I'm not going to take it out because it's nicely in here, but you'll see on the screen, I paid $8 for it at a garage, so I took a best offer of 40. Didn't really look it up when I bought it. I thought it'd be worth a little bit more, but it really wasn't. Getting 40 on it was good for me. I'll make a little bit. It's probably going to go in the triangular padded flat rates because this actually kind of compresses down. There's nothing in there. So we'll take the 40 on that. Another $40 sale. This is a, forgot what it's from. The Fast and the Furious Universal Studios RC car, but it does not have, by Nyko, I think it is. Yeah, you can't see that, but it doesn't have the battery. It is beat up. You can kind of see there. Windshield's messed up. It is a Skyline, though, a Nissan Skyline. So a lot of people that like Fast and Furious like this car. This took a best offer of 40 shipped on. So I've had a bunch of offers for 25, 30. Finally got someone to come in at 40, and it's theirs. Here's some Brother Inc. Bought this at a Savers for $3.99 plus a 20% off. This sold for like 43 shipped. It is a brand new sealed inside, but it's an open box. So still look out for ink. It still does well. These are from the $1,600 toy and Lego video game buy. This guy sold for like 11 shipped, brand new sealed. This guy, this Mega Block here, this is sealed as well, sold for 48 shipped. So that was awesome, something like that. If I'm wrong on the price, guys, whatever you see on the screen, that's what you should go with. Here's a recent buy from Storage Unit Guy as well. Sorry for the weird angle, but there's a glare now. It's this Poppy, which is apparently, I forgot who it is, Georgia O'Keeffe, yeah. Georgia O'Keeffe, this is a puzzle. Brand new seal, that sold for 38 shipped. So we're coming over here now, guys. This is a PS3 lot. Sorry, this guy doesn't belong in here, but these are all PS3 games. These are like my wholesale lots. You guys have seen me sell the PS2 one recently, and I think the 360 one. This is the PS3 one. Most of these games don't have a ton of value. Sold 60 of them for 100 and something shipped, 110 or whatever. It ends up costing a little bit to ship them, but the goal is to try to make back at least $1 per game, and then we're okay. So I'm happy with that. Some other stuff here. These are a bunch of NFL football VHS. These were also from the big lot where I sold that $17 book that I said I spent $50 on from one of my sources. These were thrown in there as well. These sold for 28 shipped. That's $2 each that I got. But medium mail shipping will be factored out. So I just listed those because I had a bunch of them. I wouldn't say go out and pick up these. They don't sell often. But if you have a huge bulk buy of them and you're getting them for pretty cheap, maybe it's worth it. This is a Gold 360 controller, but it's not the official Nintendo 64 one. This is the Super Pad. Sold for like 25 shipped or something like that. It still sells because it's got the cool gold color, and actually some people like the Super Pads. I'm not sure why, but some people really still buy them for some reason. Here's a GameStop controller, GameStop for PS2. It's brand new sealed. It sold for like 18 shipped. This was just a throw-in and a storage unit buy, so that's awesome. Nintendo Wii, 40 shipped with cords. Usually I've been parting them out now, but this was an older listing I happen to have, and it finally sold for 40. Here's a Care Bear. This is one of the best Care Bears for me to sell. It's a grumpy bear. He always seems to sell eventually. He sold for 18 shipped. An easy plush. Here is a little Pokemon figure. When I was a kid, I had a bunch of Pokemon stuff. He was one of them. I just had him in a box when I moved out to California, and I shipped him with me. He sold for 18 shipped just for that little guy in his stand. One other VHS sold. This Zelda VHS, I paid 50 cents for this, and then it sold for like 14 shipped or 12 shipped, something like that. Sometimes I'll take chances on VHS if it's something unique I haven't seen before. And then we're at the video games. These are the ones where I usually lose in the pricing. So Scooby-Doo, I think, sold for 12 or 13 PSP. This listing's a mistake. You'll see on the screen it says PS2, Sims 2. It's supposed to be GameCube. It sold for 8 shipped. If it is the PS2 one, they want the PS2 one, I'll have to cancel. If they saw it was a GameCube and they want the GameCube, they'll have it. So we'll see there. Red Dead Revolver, an original artwork. Just kidding. Literally original. Someone drew this, but this is just the disc only. It sold for 8 shipped. We will pull that out. Karaoke Joy Sound for the Wii sold for 10 shipped. SmackDown vs. Raw 360 sold for like 12 or 13. Fallout 3 Game of the Year sold for 10. Brave PS3 sold for 14. Medal of Honor Frontline PS1 I think it's like 11. Rayman 3 Hoodlum I think sold for 10. This came in the big $1,600 buy. This is Code of Honor 3. I had 2 copies of this, brand new sealed. This one sold for 11 shipped. And lastly, if I can pick them up, a bunch of Naruto PS2 games. I bought all these from over time. I just kept getting games, and there was a bunch of Naruto ones, so I lotted them together, and they sold for 40 ships. So that's everything, guys. Sorry I sound a little bit winded. I just was at a big party, and we had to clean up and everything afterwards, so I'm tired, plus hauling all this in. It's been a long day. So that's everything. If you have any questions, let me know. Sorry about the weird angles and usual, but it'll be like this for a couple weeks. We're in the process of a move, so hopefully it'll all be done here in the next couple weeks, months or so, and then we'll be back to our normal setup. So hope you guys do well. If you have any questions, let me know, and there might be a couple more clips with something sold. I'll show you guys those next if so.